yeah, next we got we start off with good and we go to mid.
Oh, you about to talk about She-Hulk?
We gotta
Okay,
talk about.
let me try. Let me crack a list. Because if She-Hulk was playing in my TV,
Hey,
this is what you would see.
hey, man, oh
Turning something else
man.
on.
The fun. Okay, so since the last time we recorded, we talked about the first two episodes, I think. Or was it the first three episodes? I forgot. Anyway, I think first three episodes, and then so episode 4 and 5. While we were kind of doing this new channel and YouTube stuff, I will preface by saying episode 4 is by far easily the best episode of the show, but that is not saying much. The bar is non-existent with this show. And the reason why episode 4 was so good was obviously because Wong was in the episode. They even say that they even break the fourth wall episode 4 by going like, "Oh, people are gonna like this episode because Wong's in it, so it's Twitter protection for us." It's like, oh, hey, I get it. Well, I mean, at least you're right. And then they also introduced this new side character called Madison.
That's the black chick.
No. It's like this white bartender hostess chick. I don't know like what she was, but she was every time she was on screen she's basically drunk all the time. But she was funny, and her and Wong had really great chemistry together, and they carried the episode. Like by far they carried the episode. It was actually really good, with the exception of episode 4. Like they did some corny stuff with She-Hulk dating. So this was and this is when I don't want to go into a rant, but this is like so cap. Like I just can't see this even happening in real life. Because it's been established in the She-Hulk universe that everybody knows that She-Hulk is Jen Walters. They know her true identity. They know what she looks as She-Hulk, and they know what she looks like as a normal person. So at first, Jen sets up a dating profile as her normal human self, and she's getting no matches. Cap. Real life, she would have had like a million matches off bat. Even as regular, normal, boring lawyer Jen, the fact that everybody in the world knows that she is She-Hulk, like it's been massively televised, it's on social media, everybody knows who she is. So the fact that she just submits a dating profile as her normal self, she would have been getting matches. But the show's like, nah, nobody's interested in lawyer Jen. She's boring.
And she fat as hell.
Right. Nobody's interested in lawyer Jen. It's like cap, bro. Like dudes would be. Do you know how many dudes would be thirsting for a chance to talk to She-Hulk? It's cap. So then she sets up a dating profile later as She-Hulk, and she gets like 11,000 matches. Again, cap. There's absolutely no way that she's not trending on social media. Media outlets are talking about this shit. Like it's crazy.
I was going to give the benefit of the doubt and say the reason she probably didn't get no, until you said that part, she didn't get no hits was because it's intimidating because she's She-Hulk. The fact that She-Hulk got hits, you can't say that excuse now. That is intimidating to date her because She-Hulk was getting hit. It makes absolutely no sense.
No sense
at all.
Even if you have like the corny red pill alpha male niggas going like, oh, I'm not gonna date She-Hulk because She-Hulk is strong and women aren't supposed to be strong. You know how many simps and like other dudes would just be going crazy for She-Hulk? Even normal dudes, regular dudes who don't care about that, people would be flocking to She-Hulk. Like as a potential dating partner, she'd be trending on Twitter. News media outcasts will be talking about this. Like She-Hulk literally just 2 minutes ago submitted a dating profile.
So many people want to get brutalized by a big woman. Like, that's just facts.
The freaking dating app the servers would have been overloaded and it would have just crashed. Like it's crazy. So like they do this like sitcom cliche that I absolutely hate when it comes to like showing female characters is when they start like, oh, I want to start dating now. So they do this montage of them dating some of the most lamest, corniest, intentionally bad dudes ever known to man who would want to date. And it's like, why? Like, why? I understand that dating is hard. I'm not gonna deny that. But like, why do we always have to do this cliche when it comes to like dating scenes? Like, oh yeah, I matched up with this dude and he's an art. Like one dude she matched up with was like this strong, jacked up black dude, and he was like, how much can you bench, She-Hulk? And she's like, oh, I can easily do 2 tons. She's like, yeah, I can do around that. And then she dates this one dude who's like, oh, I was always a fan of the She-Hulk character and blah blah blah, like just full of himself. And then she goes on this one date. I will say this is one of the scenes that made me chuckle a little bit because I kind of like the way they set up this joke. But she's dating this one dude, and like they're about to leave, and so she pulls out her purse and he pulls out his bag, and it's like, because no, they didn't confirm who's gonna pay for the meal. So it's like a little Western showdown where they're like reaching inside the pocket to see like who pulls out the wallet first. So she pulls out her wallet and he pulls out his keys, and he's like, all right, thanks for the date, and he leaves. Like I kind of chuckled a little bit because it's like, okay, that's kind of funny. I like the way you set that up, but still, like, if you're showing that she's matching up and having terrible dates with all these men, if you're trying to push a message that men ain't shit when it comes to dating, it kind of backfires because it just shows her taste in men are bad if she keeps matching up with these terrible men on dates. But then she finally finds this one dude who really likes her. They're vibing because like he goes like, oh, I've had a lot of first dates too. It's terrible, blah blah blah. Like, you know, you want to split fries, and then she brings him back to his house. During that episode, there's a court case conflict where one dude is accused of, basically he has the Doctor Strange ring that lets him do portals, and so Wong, that's how Wong meets Madison, because she's teleported to where he is, and he's like, well, I want to sue this guy or give him a desist because, you know, he's tampering with laws outside of the mortal bound. And so She-Hulk helps Wong with his court case. And during that, like, he has a magic show where he unleashes like these ugly CGI bat demons. So during the middle of her date with the dude, Wong makes her come help him, and so they put all the bats in the dimension. She comes back down full of demon juice and stuff like that, and then she's like, she picks up the dude and basically they have sex. I'm like, dude, that's gross. Like, you don't know what kind of demon STDs that you about to contract now. Like, but the funny thing is that, again, this is just like facepalm shit, because it's like, I don't know if it's just the way they established the universe. They don't know how they established the universe, but in the morning, she's regular human Jen Walters, and she's happy. She made him breakfast. He comes downstairs. He looks at her. He's like, well, who are you? It's like, oh, this is me when I'm not She-Hulk. And he goes like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in you. I'm only interested in She-Hulk. Again, I can understand that dynamic of like, oh, I like She-Hulk better, or I like Jen better. But in this universe, it has been firmly established that damn near everybody should know who Jen Walters is and who She-Hulk is. They're the same person. So the fact that you went into this date with She-Hulk and you don't know that she's also Jen Walters makes no fucking sense. It's like, do you guys read your own fucking scripts and narratives and what universe you set up? So aside from that, again, best episode so far. But because Madison and Wong carried it, like if I were to I'd give this episode like a 6, but like every other episode before there's like a 4, and then this latest episode, pure trash. Episode 5 is basically Titania comes back. They've been promoting this woman like crazy when it comes to the She-Hulk show, and she was literally like in 5 seconds in episode 1, and then all of a sudden now she's back in episode 5. She sues She-Hulk because she trademarked the She-Hulk name. And so basically the episode is trying to get the She-Hulk name back from Titania. And the way they do it, again, it's like, basically what they do is they invite all of the terrible men that she dated to the stand to confirm that she set up a dating profile as She-Hulk and that she was using She-Hulk to date in her personal name, because they needed evidence of She-Hulk claiming the name She-Hulk, because in like the first couple episodes, Jen did not like the name She-Hulk. She's like, I hate the name She-Hulk. I hate it. But then for some reason in like episode 4, she's like, okay, I like it now. So she gets the name back. And also as a subplot, they go to this Edna ripoff dude to get her to design a new suit for her, because throughout the course of the episode, they keep making fun of her because she doesn't know how to dress. When it's like, I mean, even if she did know how to dress, it doesn't distract from the fact that the CGI for She-Hulk is absolute shit. So even if you do give her a decent suit, your CGI still sucks. Pay your effects people, Disney. But they give her a new suit, and then they also tease at the end Daredevil suit. Because at the end it's like, is it after credit scene? I don't know if it's the after credit scene, but basically he gives the suit, the new suit to She-Hulk, and then he's like, "Oh, why did you leave this standing out here?" And then it zooms in, and it's like the helmet for Daredevil, and then the episode ends. So Daredevil's. Honestly, like, I know a lot of people like the Netflix Daredevil show. I'm not hyped for this nigga at all. I don't care about him. I know I might sound like a contrarian or I'm trying to be an edgelord, but I genuinely don't care about Daredevil coming into this show. Like, it does nothing because the show is not good. So it's like, why would I want something that was good to come into something that's bad just to elevate it for like one episode? So yeah, it's still like mid to below average show. I'm not really. There's nothing at all about this show that I'm interested in. Like I said, like there's. Like we don't even have like any seeds of like who the main villain is yet. The comedy doesn't work except when they bring in guest characters to elevate the show. I forgot to mention the other side plot where like her two lawyer friends. Oh man, and they was talking about the freaking drip broker. And when they said those words, like, I'm not saying I'm like a guy who's full of swag and I have the language that I use is, you know, gets all the ladies on the dance floor, but I never in my life will I ever use a term drip broker seriously. And they use that term like more than 10 times in an episode, and like my face contorted every time I heard those words, because it's like, who says that? And it's like it seems like such a hello fellow kids line. Like, this is what the kids on the TikTok app would say. They would say the drip broker. Like, it's just bad dialogue. So all in all, that's just the She-Hulk update. I'm going to continue to update you all on the show because I'm watching this show purely for content. And if I'm going down, I'm taking y'all with me. But yeah, this show is, and it's funny because every time the show ends, it like shows like, well, you should watch this next, and it shows like Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm just like, wow, what happened? like what Endgame and Infinity War, that was like phase 3, right?
This is phase 4.
Yeah, phase 4. Yeah, I was like, man, what happened between these phases, bro? What happened? What happened? But yeah, that's it for She-Hulk.